to see all of those. But I'll be back in just a minute. Just giving everybody a second to file in. I'm gonna finish getting ready here, but I hope y'all can see the majority of these paintings. I don't want to have to repeat this message, which is probably one of the hardest messages I've ever had to give twice. So let's just give it a second and as people come in, let them know I'll be right back if there's anybody there. But, I'm about to run down to the bathroom. I'll be back. if anyone's there, but I just wanted to give it a little second to bake. Hold on one second. Give it a second to bake. Let me turn this around where the paintings. Old and fat running up the stairs. I'm going to go through each one of these paintings, especially this one. Something has come true on this one. This one has come true. God has showed me what he was trying to tell me about this guy. And today is 226. Which, remember what I showed you. The month of 2 and 8 are reward months for me, is what God has showed me. And back then he showed me 10 and what's that? 4 are slaughter months. So I got my hat on, but I know those that have ears hear what I'm saying. Those that don't have ears, don't be alarmed. No, I can't say that. Because then I'd be a Hananiah. I can't even say that. That's the reason why you've seen this abrupt change. I got a question. If another question popped up in my head over that one, so I'm having a conflict of what question to ask. Well, I asked that one, the one that jumped up first. I asked that one. If this is the Great Reset, think about your ancestors and ask yourself, where were they at in the beginning? What was their condition? What was their state? Then that's what's about to happen. The beginning is about to be the end, or the end is the beginning. Which is so true. Oh, which is so true. As I go through these paintings, it's going to blow your mind. One thing I am not doing anymore, I'm not convincing anybody that God is talking to me. If you're here watching, it's because you believe God is talking to me. Or, what would be the or? What was the or, Father? You believe God is talking to me. Or you a spy for the enemy. Don't do it. Because everybody, or you maybe enjoy a good story. God did tell me it's a good story. Just a good story. But I'm telling you, you're gonna see as we go through all of this, and how no person is smart enough to keep track of the day-to-day events. I'm not smart enough, is what I'm saying. I know the complexity of the things that God has shown me, and it is not possible, especially when you see what this man did. And it's like on this day kind of thing, like this is the thing he did, which they lied to us about the date. The date he did that was 1751 or 1750. Look, I got this wrong. 1751. It would be 1751. This just broke the tiebreaker because when he showed it to me, it happened in 1751. Things was one way, but in 1752, things was another. And then in come this guy. Real talk. And in come this guy creating the first of something, lobbying for the first of something. Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? I need to go ahead and stop for a second and talk to my George Soros. I'm about to ask you that if it's true, I'm gonna ask you to block my video. Real talk, because that's the only way I'm not telling these people. Get what I'm saying? So, hey, I haven't stopped you from watching the videos, even though I see, you can see the fluctuation in the data for what's going on, and it's cool. And I've come up against a few of you. I've been good to you, real talk. Like y'all probably walked away like, but so I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to tell these people this information, and I have to tell these people. But here we go. The truth is, they probably not gonna believe me. That's what the Bible says. You know, uh, and anyone, well, I'll tell you this: the fact I live will be a testament to God. Real talk. If I live, it'll be a testament to God because Hananiah died. That's all I gotta say. If I live, it'd be a testament to God because the truth is, Hananiah died because he ain't tell the truth. And I don't see nobody telling the truth. Now that I know what the truth is, yeah, ain't nobody telling the truth. Not one person out there is telling the truth. Except maybe a old Jewish convert man. I just learned about him. Ooh, it is. Mm. Let me see if I can move. Because I'm surrounded by paintings too. The paintings are all around me. Wow, I can't believe I painted this many paintings. That sounds a little bit better. That sounded a little bit better. Um, hey, it would be Hananias. I hope I'm saying his name right, but look at Ezekiel chapter 38. No, 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 no. Nope. Mm-mm. Not Ezekiel 38. Because when I opened that Bible, I went to Jeremiah 28. Excuse me, Jeremiah 28, and it was verse 14. And that's when God had me afraid for my life to where I began to study, day and night study. And just, but in the funnest ways. I don't think it's been like no crazy effort. But it's like through, God been showing me through history, through documentaries, through, and all of them lined up. That's one of the things that you gotta know is that the truth is in the continuity of the story. Remember, we wear the hat because, we're fangirls or fanboys of the Bible. And the continuity of the story is literally evidence of God's supernatural. So nothing that I say to you will have been said. You get what I'm saying? In the Bible. Well, no. I'm going to just clarify that. Hold on. Because that was two conflicting thoughts that hit me. Father, were you saying nothing? It'll be known. It'll be known. So it is all in the Bible. But it'll be known where and everything. It's all in the Bible. And I'll tell you where I see these things. So that way you don't think that I'm coming up with this from some sage kind of way or some oracle kind of way. No, I'm not. This the Bible. This the Bible. Real talk. Everything that I'm saying is word for word in the Bible. He gave me these visions and things, but then I sought them out, and that's how I saw them in the Bible. You get what I mean? So that's how I knew it was true. So I'm not gonna be, I just don't. We further along than that in our relationship. I would hope. I would hope we're further along than that. But when you see the continuity of this story, whew, do I just want to go heavy hitting? Just twirl around. About one of them and want to know more, speak up. I'll go to it and explain. As we know, this one straight ahead was the great. I didn't paint it at that time. I painted it after. Like I painted this probably earlier this year. But at that time, seeing that there was this eclipse cycle coming up. And the last birthday is my mama's birthday, and it's the day that Prince, whatever his name is, died. No, not Andrew. Ain't Andrew the one that be doing sneaky peeky? I don't know which one's which. Daddy. Are we just gonna say the daddy one died? Or funeral or death. One of them two was on that day. And it has the original map, that God gave me. God gave me this and told me it was a way to decipher the calendars. Okay. So the circular thing, right over there. And this one, when you put black light on it, different parts of it disappear and expand. But this tells the whole story of the apple. That whole story of the apple is right there in that painting. Like she literally gave the baby over to an alien with no arms. And the man, he holds the. I found that someone told me that the man holds like the life force, I guess, and the woman creates the body or something like that. And but this part in black light shines out red, like a bright fire red. Almost looks like lava when the I appreciate the sorrow. I saw all of a sudden I had a drastic no more views. I appreciate the sorrow crew. Keep the girl here, because we could just talk. You get what I'm saying? If y'all want to keep blocking my videos, that sounds great. We could just talk. Because the one thing we know that I am gonna do is take it. I can't help it. I have to. My life depends on it. I'm not like I'm more scared of God than I am the devil. Real talk. So I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So here we go. This was important. Like this shows how naked God like really makes me within it, and the truth within it. Right. So he told me to write this. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, you have not kept my commandments. You have forsaken me. Therefore, forsaken your own. Thereby forsaking your own children. You have made your children the sacrifice for comfort. I will not relent, thus saith the Lord. Fathers, you have become the dragon devouring the innocence of youth. You blame the weak as if your own innocence is secure. Mothers, you have traded your God for a place amongst men. You have allowed fads and to popularity to captivate your children, allowing them to be led astray. I will rescue those who love me, the Lord your God, and them and those who forgive me for what I am about to do, as I wait, for what I, as God, am about to do. Then he had me sign it at the bottom with all of the pronouns. And saying, "Thus said the Lord" at the end. And I do not take saying the words, "Thus says the Lord" lightly. I know that if you say, "Thus says the Lord," and with ill intent, with any type of intent other than knowing for sure God told you to say it, yeah, that's when it goes down. So I'm just saying, I'm letting you know he really did say this, right? And he told me to write the commandments. Here are the commandments. He said, "Keep my commandments. Worship God only. Don't worship." I'm like, no idols. Like, don't worship no idols. Like, nothing over God. Basically, don't put nothing over God. Don't blaspheme God. Remember the Sabbath and keep it. Honor your mother and your father. Don't kill, don't steal, don't commit adultery, don't lie, and don't covet. Don't be jealous. That's what he said. Don't covet, don't be jealous. But those are the 10 Commandments. And he said, it's not to control you. He said, I'm not trying to harm you, I'm trying to harvest you. And he said, it's not to control you, but you got to know that there's other entities out there that would want to enslave you, is what he said. He said, abstain from anything that has been contaminated by other gods. Immortality, from rage, revenge, strangled, sexual immorality, rituals related to blood. So he said basically these are like the abominable, you know what I mean, of God. And that's what he's saying here. And if you do these things, and perhaps God will have mercy, 70 years mercy, 7 years distress. That's what he told me to write. 70 years mercy, 70 years distress. Isaiah 26 and 20. He said, hide thyself. And then 2 Timothy chapter 3 says, but know this, men will be lovers of themselves, disobedient, without here. That right there was the direct message on how to conduct yourself during the next 3 years, is knowing these truths. In there for a second. I'm gonna get me something to drink. Take a look at that. That that's the instruction. I can't believe y'all really did grab my video. I have no. That's funny. If you're there, say something, because I don't know if it looks like I have no viewers. Well, this is probably the most important message anyone could have got. You know, I literally was just, I didn't mean it. But, you know, I know those that have ears, God gonna make sure. God gonna make sure something's seen whenever God wants it to. But that right there is, he said, how to conduct yourself during the next 3 years. This is the big version of this. But this one is made more like the book of God said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so whatever's directly across from that, that's 50. The is its corresponding, like this could be that kind of thing when it comes to them, because that's what they did. God said they did dirty math. They did dirty math and stole years from all of humanity. Real talk, for wealth and comfort. That's what God told me. I have to turn this other one over in a minute to show y'all that, but God was telling me, you know, they did dirty math is basically algebra. You know what I mean? It's where you take days off of another part, a set of time. You know what I mean? And so above, so opposite below, thereby taking the exact number of days off of, you know, the current amount of time. You know what I mean? So he was saying they did dirty math, and this is kind of unlocks their dirty math, like lets you know. So if that's 7, and then this will be the month that Hananiah died. Now, according to Enoch, now I don't know if it's true with Enoch, right? Remember I said, read it, good book. You know, everything in there is true, but it's me with a lie. So I don't always know. You know, you got to go read it for yourself to find out where that lie is at. But according to him, what did he say? The portals of the wind go like this: here, here, drop down, right? Drop down to here and here in some kind of way. So, like, this is the last because of the way it really goes. But God said it starts here, goes up, then down. Well, as far as I know, it was just straight down. Because God did tell me to make sure I eclipse this line right here. When He told me, when I was painting it, He told me to make sure I eclipse this line so that this would be safe. It was like I had to go back and make it more understandable, you know, because Enoch didn't give no real shape. He just said the locations that the winds were coming from. But that's the shape God gave me when He was, you know, basically showing me the universe. And it lights up differently in black light. It's very interesting in black light. Nobody's here. Plus, I want this to be kind of long so that way, because what I'm gonna say, you know, I don't really want. You want the people who will stay fast through the video to see it. You know what I mean? Like what I'm about to say. I'm not, I want it to be at the end of the long video so that whoever's evaluating these videos will be like, I ain't, yeah, it was good, and but they didn't get to the part when I said that, you know, but there's something big that gotta be said. Mm, I'm gonna pray. Definitely, before I say it, I can't just say it without praying. But this right here is the first picture God had me paint, like to let me know that He really gave me a gift. Like He was giving me something because I could not paint at all. Like I couldn't make stick figures. And then this is the first painting that it was like, no, you can paint. I was like, wow, thank you, God. That you told me to draw a picture of Him, and it better look good. That's what I'll never forget. He said, and I better look good. Yeah. But then you see all the different things that people worship, like all around it. There's elephants, there's the phoenix, there's a dolphin in there, there's ships, there's Ra, there's Toucan Sam, there's a nun. All these different things that people worship, like, you know, Christ comes with forgiveness. Forgiveness. Give it all and watch you be saved. That's what. Y'all saw it happen before y'all eyes. Where supernaturally these firefighters and rescuers showed up on this video, and then I put some color on it so that we could see it better. But it was, you know, basically it was there on camera, and then I did this to bring it out because it wasn't there in person. Like you couldn't see that in person. I drew that from looking at the camera and seeing that. God told me to have these three orbs, and one of them was to be open. And what if those were the balloons or something? But no, I knew they were orbs because that's how it matched the fact that how did three entities show up? You know what I mean? Like, but I know what they are. Those are, I feel it in my soul. Those are the people that died at 9/11. I feel it in my soul. Like the firefighters and the rescuers, all the people that died in 9/11. I know that's who that is. Um, oh, we're supposed to be looking for a new moon. I really think it's a full one that is the one that is, the new moon rising. I think they flipped that on us because God is always showing me a big full moon with a hole, like, you know what I mean? Some type of hole in it. God is showing me that the waters from below gonna be opened up. Like he was kind of showing me that these super volcanoes, like maybe geysers, maybe super geysers. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. That one I have not seen in the Bible as to its whereabouts. Now, if there's water coming, yes, I know for sure that. Okay, I want to tell you, but I have to admit, there gotta be someone there to tell. I can't tell about this without a viewer. I just can't because, like, oh, yo, this the kind of stuff where like movies are made of. Like, are you serious? Dude, are you serious? But it does prove what I said. Find out what day, what real day on a full moon, okay? On a full moon, find out what real day is that boobs, that feast of boobs, go back, study that Sabbath, and find out when is that feast of boobs. And look, and when I tell you how I found 1751, it's gonna blow your mind. I literally, don't you know how on what's the name of that? The date and time calculator, right? The date and time calculator. You know how when you put in a date, it'll say from Julian to Gregorian, like to say they had to do some calculations. So I was like, I'm gonna keep on pressing this button until I find the moment where they don't feel like they gotta calculate nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna keep pressing it, keep pressing it, keep pressing it. It was 1751. Actually, 1752 is the year that was the first one where they didn't do a calculation between the 2 years. So that's how I found 1751. I said 19 because I was wrong. Now I know what this is. This was always sitting here, and I always guessed because, well, I ain't gonna even say guess because he did tell me when he showed me this that it had, and he showed me 1951, but it was about them being able to harness nuclear fusion, that they could harness it, and that was bad, like real bad, like they might be harvesting souls, or kind of thing. And God showed me why this was here. I kept wondering. It's in both of the paintings. Now I know why. I didn't know why before, but now I do. Mm, mm, mm. Well, no, I ain't gonna say I'm glad y'all did because really that shows me that it's real. If ain't nobody watching on the side of it. It's the kind of stuff that if I say it, I want to at least be like, it was for somebody. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's what I'm gonna say. But if I say it, I want it to be for somebody. In there, I can't say it. All right, I'm gonna end this then, and maybe I'll try to come back at another time. Because when I tell you what he did, it will, it will, it would like for me, like if I was a listener, it would seal the deal for me. Like it would be written in stone that these people really are about to do a certain thing. If you knew what he did. And today is the day Moses died, basically. Today's Moses' birthday. Oh, and it's Jamila's birthday. Happy birthday, Jamila. Oh my goodness, happy birthday. Everybody scream happy birthday to Jamila. Oh, wow. Happy birthday. I hope you had a great day because you're in the future. It's the end of your day, but happy birthday. Uh, but I will say this was Moses' birthday and death day today. And for God to give me this prophecy, I'm positive that it ain't my prophecy. It's actually, I get why he said don't call yourself a prophet. Because the truth is, it is Jeremiah, Ezekiel's, Isaiah's. Um, like it's all of their prophecy. I just interpreted it. Like, wow. Deuteronomy, you know. Who else? Like, oh. This was something God told me to do. And this I could do in front of everybody, even if ain't nobody there. I could do this here. God told me because like I kept saying, go back and watch our videos because we foretold this, we foretold that. And to tell you the truth, I tried to do that so I could like give you good reference, you know what I mean? Oh, I did not know I did that many videos. I mean, I was literally forever like, oh my gosh, this would take forever. But God was literally, I sat with God and I said, remind us, like, remind me of where we, uh, the things that you've told us that we foretold, okay? So the first one, documented on Facebook, we foretold COVID. We didn't know it was going to be COVID, but God had us start yelling, like, well, me for real, you know what I mean? Because it was literally, that was when I almost had my nearest, like, I was knocked down, and it was a lot. That happened on January 8th, 2019. And so from that day on, I started just, if you came within 5 feet of me, I warned you about the coming catastrophe that God said was about to come on earth and told you to get food, water, warmth. That's when I started telling everybody like food, water, warmth. I don't care if you don't believe me, food, water, warmth. So do food, what's wrong with food, water, warmth, you know? The next one is water. Remember that I don't even know how long it was. I want to say a year ago. No, I want to say almost a year ago. It feels like it was around this time. I was telling you guys how God was making me pick up the children's undrank water. Like I was just like drinking other people's water. I know it's gross, but I was doing that because God was literally every time I would pour out some water, he would I would feel his anger roar like, don't do it. Don't you gonna regret that. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. And that's when I started telling people something serious is coming with the water. No, it had to be longer than that because it was before the thing with the man pressing the button 450 times up there in the water plant and before the Mississippi one. Because I remember the Mississippi one was when I went on my Facebook page and I said, now you see these people don't got no water. And I'm telling you, God said protect the water. Get it, gather up the water. And that was something we predicted here on this channel. We predicted that there would be no federal mandate for COVID, like meaning they wouldn't force you. Yeah, they could, if you work for the government, they could force that. But we knew that if they couldn't force you, they could force your job to force you. And that's the moment we went, that's the mark of the beast. Because all these people about to lose oops, I'm talking, hey. I say, and that's the moment we knew, like, ooh, that's how something can boomerang be involved with your ability to live and thrive, you know? So we predicted that. And the MOB itself. Before the MOB came out, we predicted that. Go back to look to see if it said martial law is coming. Go back to look at that video. It's a while ago, but it's worth it. You know, just sort them out and go to videos. This was before we had the ability to go live, right? So go to videos. So that's a shorter amount of number of videos there, you know, and you'll see it. We predicted the gamma ray and the time that it would happen. We literally predicted that. On here, go back when before the gamma ray, but it was when God took us to see Gamiel. You know, it was literally like, oh, whoa, whoa. We predicted winter wasn't coming. We literally said, everybody kept saying it's going to be the worst winter ever. And we were on here saying, nope, winter ain't coming. So we predicted that as well. We predicted the Tonga explosion live on Facebook, right? So if you my Facebook friend, that was right around the time my father died. But I came out of my stupor of the pain of my dad, and I came and wrote that on Facebook about if time travel isn't, I think I said, if time travel isn't possible, there won't be a explosion here today. And then there was an explosion there that day. Try to look me up. Wisdom Huffman. I literally said that on Facebook. But and yeah, nobody could predict. Like, it was literally where I had to go back to the post, like, y'all look, I told you, because it's like, man, we've been called crazy so much. I've been called crazy so much over and over again. It's been real. We predicted the burnt hair thing. Y'all know that? Go back and look. Go back and look. It wasn't that long ago either. It was before they, like, it was literally, we said it first, then it was almost like a cover up to what we said up to where I had to go, Mr. Matrix, how we just say, like, how I just say this? How this channel just say this? Right? How did this happen? And then days later, Mr. Musk starts talking about burnt hair. I think they were covering up what I said to, give and that's, hey, all is fair. All is fair there. But we did, it's documented here, go look. The catastrophe in Cleveland, we predicted that. Literally. Go look. It's not that far back. I want to say go look back in October. Like around the time of the championship basketball games, we were saying how Cleveland is a big part of something huge was going to happen here, and we told you guys that. What else did we predict? We predicted Mauna Loa. And I'll never forget. Like, that's in a short. People went off on me. Like, they were. That's how I found my Soros crew and knew that was a crew. Because there was no reason to be so attached to what I said. You know what I mean? That's why I went, and I started seeing that kind of thing where it's like, why are they so attached to what I'm saying? And then that's when I realized money moves the crowd, baby. Money moves the crowd. And I can't be mad at you. I can't. Money moves the crowd. But while you're here watching, you will learn what they're really doing. This ain't no Hananiah's over here. Nope, nope, nope. I refuse. So, and when it comes to God, threats of death move the proud to where I've decided I'm gonna do it, do what he told me to do, and say what he told me to say. And I hope you could forgive me, as I forgive you. You know what I mean? Our Father who is in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Praise God. Real talk. Mm. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. And that is the way to live, like that's the way to live during this time with your head praying, okay? Oh, we predicted Beetlejuice, like the explosion of. I did not know it was gonna be Beetlejuice, but I told everyone that God said that there is a sign in the sky of the sign of His indignation. Like there's a sign, like something happens every time. It's almost like a light, like on that movie. What's that movie? Place, I think it's called A Quiet Place. It's like on that movie A Quiet Place where they turn the lights from one color to the next. That's what God was showing me, that there's a sign in the sky. And I was telling everybody there's a sign in the sky. And then shortly after, they told us about Beetlejuice doing what it did. And they guess when they told us a long time in the future, but it had did it when God gave the prophecy about uh, all of this coming to fruition. You know what I mean? Like all of this being real, and God really is coming. We also gave the prophecy that they took the earth off of its axis. Go back and look during the time of Gamiel. I want to say Gamiel because he was showing if the earth is tilted 23 degrees, what makes up the other amount going the opposite way, and that's 77 degrees. And that's when we said, then if that's the case, the earth doing this, right? But it got to go the other side, so it's gonna lie down, kind of thing, like it bows down, kind of thing, or it's gonna finish the other 77 degrees. That's what it's gonna do. And but I told you, you were the first to tell you that it had more to do with the act, the tilt of the earth than it did any of the things that that they're focused on the concept. Don't get me wrong, a pole shift is real, but you got to know it's about the access, because once the earth bows down, like that means the sun and all that stuff, like it's all changed. Everything's changed, and that has happened. We got the rotation of the earth. Now mind you, we said this before. Y'all gotta go look. If you really don't believe me, go back and look. I'm trying to give you about the time frame we said it, right? I wonder, but God told me a lot of times people don't even notice that we said it because of that. The anti-Semitic thing is a spell. Did you know that? He told me that. He said, if there is a real people that's hearing me, and I know I'm hearing now, I know, real talk, like too much has happened, too much has happened. So if there is a real people that hear him, and that there is a real thing, such thing as anti-Semitic, why would that even be a thing unless it was supernatural? You get what I'm saying? Why would it be a thing if it wasn't supernatural? And when you go around the world and look, there is supernatural hate for a certain, all around the world, for a certain group of people. But God showed me. That's the reason why I could teach y'all all day long, but my help still comes from the Lord, because the world needs a Hananiah's type of uh, prophecy. They can't deal with that Jeremiah prophecy. You get what I'm saying? That Jeremiah prophecy is different than Hananiah's. You get what I'm saying? Uh, and one thing I won't. We got to tell the truth, okay? So, future prophecies is Gog. Now, this is not my prophecy. Remember that, okay? This right here that I'm telling you now, the other ones, yeah, there was some kind of. Oh, and did y'all see Jacob Israel after I told y'all about the oil? After I told y'all about the oil, Jacob Israel began to speak about wisdom oil. That was such a confirmation from God. I got to make this oil. I do, but it's forgiveness oil. It's for the anti-Semiticness. It's like being able to forgive. Real talk. That's what it was for. It came directly from the Bible. Um, God even got me. Uh, Back then, He had me ask Faithful. Faithful bought it for me. A brass bowl to pray over the oil with. But I didn't do any of it. Low self esteem is bad. Like if God put you to something like that, which is biblical, that was uh, that was important. So I'll talk about that at a. Y'all gotta talk to me about that. Let me know. So email me or talk to me about that one because you know that's such a huge endeavor. You know, I told you what it was made up of. If you feel confident, to bless oil, then I would let you know it's frankincense, myrrh, and gold. That's what's in the oil, and olive oil, right? Olive oil, frankincense, myrrh, and gold. Um, I make hair oil for it because I do. I make hair smoothies, and that's what it's made of. Because I was telling people why the smoothie had gold in it, and it wasn't. It was because I had all this gold because I didn't do what God told me to do, and I didn't realize I didn't do what God told me to do. When it was happening. But now I know. Now I know. All right. So future prophecies, and this one is not mine. God be the day of the Lord. That is not my prophecy, but it is. It's from the Bible. That is, I believe, that's Ezekiel's prophecy, and actually there's so many of them's prophecy, real talk. It's Jeremiah's as well, Isaiah's as well. That the day of God will be the day of the Lord. Uh, that the dragon must show himself as not being human. That's something God told me I could put in there, that the dragon must show himself as not being human. Uh, 3 years of destruction. They drink blood, right? So these are future prophecies, right? Ooh, this one's a rough one. Said it, so I'll just say it again. Ain't no help coming until 3/4 way of the end, like probably in the ninth inning, that kind of thing. Like that's probably why the ninth inning got the connotation it got, is because that's about when God's coming. Because this is the trial. What do you do in a world like that? That's how I know that it is, like, to say otherwise. Entire Bible, in order to keep continuity, the entire Bible says it. Like, no, in such a coincidental kind of way, but all the way through the Bible. Jesus said it. He even said they're going to offer you up to death. I mean, everything says it flat out, but yet there's a denial upon it. That tells me that's a part of the spell. We know what the spell is. Those that wait, no. The Second Thessalonians, where it said, because of this I will send upon them a strong delusion, that they might believe the lie. And that's true. Like truth is the only thing that could break. Like being able to acknowledge the truth is the only thing that breaks the lie. You get what I'm saying? Like to say yes, but still doesn't even acknowledge the truth. Like, but it did, right? Yes, it does, right? And it does. Like this whole thing is right there in the Bible. You know, even down from what Job, like Job said it. Here I got some Bible verses to tell y'all about and read to you. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you this. God has been speaking to me big time. And so, he's maturing me in this manner, but about how the tithes are connected to the first fruit are connected to sanctification. So that way, when he breaks through, there's going to be some people that just like die, like they cannot stand in the presence of God at all. Like they die just because he cracked open the clouds. You get what I'm saying? Like that's literally what the Bible foretells. That's literally what I felt when he came close enough for me to feel what happens. You get what I'm saying? I get the hearts will fail you for what is coming upon the earth. I get it. Um, but so that's something you got to go look at because they made some treaties. Here we go. They made a treaty. Oh, right on time. It's like I had two viewers, and as soon as I said they made a treaty and got up to walk over here, both viewers disappeared. It turned to zero. Wow, that's funny. Well, he made a treaty and he made the first of something. Like he lobbied for the first of something and it happened on a particular day that mattered. And what he lobbied for in 1751 and 1752, what he lobbied for is literally still standing to this day. And remember I told y'all I did one where I said that there was a bank. Yeah, it ain't a bank, but it might as well be one. You know what I mean? It ain't a bank, but it might as well be one. And he created the first one because of something like this. Because of fire. He created the first one where they they now are, if any fires happen. In my next, I said, like, so the first 3 years of this was, like, my message was food, water, warmth, prepare, prepare, prepare. Well, this time it is protect, protect, ensure. That's all I'm gonna say. Here we go. That helps. We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it there. But all that's coming. There's a lot of. I can't. I still don't understand why. Like money is that powerful. That gotta be like God told me that was a god called Mammon, like a little G god, like a. That's what God told me, a usurper. Cause like now I don't feel right saying God, but I will say a usurper, and his name is Mammon. So, because I was about to say I don't understand how you would risk your children, you would risk eternity, you would risk for like money, like not anything, but like you risk the wrath of God for money. I don't understand that. That does not equate to me. Maybe, the powers that could be could just forgive me for that because I don't understand. You want the money, have the money. Leave me alone. All I want to do is be able to watch TV and make my little lock smoothie. I don't want to be bothered anyways. So I just don't understand. Hold on. I hear that. Ooh, I just don't understand how they could. I guess when you don't have any true affection for God is the only way. And I get it. God told me he was allowing a big part of this so to prove that very truth is who has genuine affection for him. Who has genuine affection for him. Some things that I know, but without no viewers, I'm not telling. I'm not telling. I'm just not. It had to have been worth something. Like I can't cast my pearls. You get what I'm saying? That's like casting your pearls unto swine. I can't do it. And so, praise God. I guess I don't even know what to say. There's nothing to say because I want to be like, oh, forgive me for saying block my video. But no, oh, I don't actually, because this was the information that if y'all knew what I was about to say, y'all would literally be like, whoa, you definitely don't arouse that until so time. You know what I mean? You definitely don't cast that into the ether without two or more minds being able to come together and pray and you know what I mean and talk about such things because anybody that happens upon this video and it seems encrypted when the Feast of Booths is. Go look at all of the American holidays that switch date. Like it looks like it's switching a date, but really it's keeping a day. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna go do is look through the American holidays that's look like and Easter because Easter looks like it's switching a day, but it's really keeping a day. Um, so those holidays that move around like that, um, that's one of the things I would tell you a bit more because that's what I'm gonna go do because I believe that whatever the Feast of Booths Day, it will be moon day within those dates. A full moon day within those dates. Or it might be flat out July 1st. I know if anything, somewhere on July 1st, I'm definitely gonna act like it. I really am. July 1st and 7th and all the way to the 10th, I'm gonna act like it. Because God that's something He showed me that even though we got ways to unlock the time, God say His word is true. And if He say this very day, this day, on this day, one of the things He said, even if He wiped out everyone, His word will reign true. So if a child picks that up that never got a chance to learn about Hebrew, Gregorian, all that other stuff, but all they knew was what they knew, it would be that, God showed me that's how powerful He is. So, yeah, that's definitely a day. And to today, 15 days, 14 days from now, that might be a booth day. I'm just saying, I think it might be a booth day. Guess what? That's another thing. My house like closes on another booth day. So 322 might be a booth day. Um, but I think before that, like I think, because remember the year of reward, I mean, not the year of reward, the dates of reward and the dates of sacrifice on that calendar over there. Um, uh, I tell you that. So I got a lot of verses here, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Maybe find a time when it's like 11, 12 people. Because I've seen those lately. Thank you for your viewership going up. I appreciate you tuning in and listening. It makes it worth it. Saying this kind of stuff, like, it makes it worth it. Even if it's for, like I said, the fandom of it. The story is an amazing. Like Game of Thrones ain't got nothing on this story. It really don't. It ain't got nothing on this story. Real talk. I know. In as it relates to the continuity of this story too, he didn't miss a beat. Like from New Testament to Old Testament, like I get when I used to think when people say the Bible didn't contradict itself, it's like it kind of do, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't, because those words, the definitions of those words. Here we go. If you happen upon a coincidence, right, that gives you one form of truth, right, but then you study out that truth and then happen upon another coincidence that gives you the same continuity form of truth, and then another one. That's basically all the prophecies. That it's almost like we're on the train of truth, and finding out more about a corporation that he had his hand in on. Remember, the ego of man always tells the plan. Always. The ego of man always tells the plan. So there's going to be some inauguration dates and some establishment dates, and you know what I mean, and growth dates that um, are going to either be that coincidence or going to take you further down to see, like, oh, you kept it here too. Or oh, you did that there too. Oh, that was about that too. And that's why I believe what I've said about. I also think when it comes to this 3 days of darkness, we gotta say it. I gotta say it. I think that's another Hananias. I do. But don't get me wrong. I think the booths are, it, where, like, yeah, it's gonna happen that day, but I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, because and I feel like I want to be careful because I don't know what form, because God will come in whatever form He has to come to get everybody to understand. But I'm gonna say, look, I think I'm in a big pickle on trying to figure out, do I stay or do I go? Y'all are in a big pickle too. You know what I mean? It ain't just me in the big pickle, because I'm saying is true, then that smart meter is, um, if days of darkness are real, um, know this. I refuse to be a Hananiah. So y'all got to go check this out. In the Bible, I can't find it now. I'm looking for it again though. I remember reading it. Remember how you got to read something in its full context because it'll sound one way when you're reading it, just a paragraph. Hey, stop it! When you're reading something just as a paragraph, or you get what I'm saying, when you're reading something, uh, you get what I'm trying to say. You got to read the whole chapter. You got to read the whole thing. And there was something that I read where he facetiously say that it was a farce in the Bible. Like literally, like he literally says it was two places actually. It was one of the places it said uh like his father was gonna, I mean this guy best friend's father was gonna kill the guy, right? And the best friend told the guy, I don't remember where I read this at in the Bible, but it's in the Bible, where the best friend told the guy that, my dad is planning, kill you, but if you come to this with me, then we can stop him. He'll know it's something like that. He'll know, you're good or something. And the guy said, "Oh, though I would love the opportunity to dine amongst kings, I gotta go to this festival because of this thing." But that was the one. And then the other one was saying, "As your like it was saying your the court official, the people, the rulers around you won't tell you the truth about this particular thing, you know." Um, so, given the history of a particular people, parties, and the British is coming, and what the word HOLCAUST really means, you know what I mean, what it really means, um, and what he did, then I would say some people are about to do something where they're going to get a lot of money. Horrific. It's going to be horrific. And I can't, like, if you guys would see it, but God already told me that. If you heed the word that is coming out of my mouth, maybe you might survive it. I'm giving you the keys to how to find out. Go to those feast days. One of those days is literally a day where a something has to happen on that day. But if you don't know what that day is, it's going to sneak up on you just like the Bible said. It's going to sneak up. It's the those days, and you gotta get in the protective mind frame, because what don't nobody tell you, and because all three, I mean, like, not three, but well, Old Testament, New Testament, and Revelations, they all keep the same continuity about the fact that that great falling away, that like how it has, like it's gonna be because of us. oh, he's not with us. And they gonna fall away and start doing all kinds of abominable things. But those that, I mean, it says it everywhere, but those that keep the knowledge of God, they will have how light in their dwelling. They gonna shine like the dawn. Like they tell us about that part, but no, you gotta know there's another part. There's a part that there's something that's going on during that time. And that's why endurance is the number one thing to do. Because there ain't nothing else to do but endure. And that's why risk your life to tell people you don't even know. You know what I mean? For the hope for that baby. That's the reason why I know God came before me the way He did. Because everything I do for the baby. And that's an inside joke between, well, it ain't no joke. Because I'm scared to death of that baby. That baby will make you kill yourself. It'll make you tear yourself apart with regret, heartache, pain, remorse. It'll just literally torment you until you're like beyond solitary confinement. It's where all mental guns are pointed towards you. You get what I'm saying? To stand in front of innocence completely guilty is a horrible place to be. It's a horrible place to be. So yeah, I guess I'll try again later. But I kind of said it. I just didn't say it flat outwardly. I didn't say it flat. If you go study, that's good. That's good. Because then that means you're responsible for your own figuring out the rest of the plan. Is go study. Ezekiel 24, Ezekiel 38, Jeremiah 28, Matthew 24, Leviticus 26, Isaiah 26, Deuteronomy 26, Job 26, Isaiah 23, Daniel 9. Did I say Jeremiah 26? I hope I did. Isaiah 14, Exodus 20. Now read all of Revelations. After you did all that, read all of Revelations. Now Revelations has been unlocked to you. Now, hopefully, you can see it for yourself if you digested what you read in all those other ones. Right? All right. There you go. Bye. I did what God said.